All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much, Julie. What a great introduction. Thank you. All right, am I on? Can you hear me? You guys can hear me back there? My name is Ross Lightle. I'm sure happy to be here tonight. And Julie, you don't know this, but I have another goal. We're going to give away $1 million worth of coaching. Is that okay with you? We're going to give $1 million because this, you know this room? You're going to need a bigger room. That's the vision I have for this club. Imagine having 300 people coming to your event. Wouldn't that be pretty awesome? Woo! And then the question is, why are you doing that, Ross? The same reason you'd do it if you were in my position. I'm no different than any one of you guys in here. I believe all ships rise with the same tide. What do you guys think? You agree with this? You see, I believe in life, you get out of life what you give. I believe if I can continually give away whatever it is in my, the 40 years this May that I've been in this real estate business, if I can keep giving it away and giving it away and keep giving it away, do you think it comes back? Yep. But here's the deal with that. If I gave this away and I expected something in return, it's not a gift. What is it? It's a down payment. And when you give things away and expect something in return, you don't win. That's not how you win in life. The only way you win in life is when you give it away and as an actual gift. So when I give the coaching and you guys come and spend your day coaching with, that's a gift. I expect nothing in return. Is that okay? Is that fair? Now imagine coming to a room like this and there's 300 people in the room. Is there some excitement here? Are we all going to learn and grow and bring in some really, phenomenal speakers to talk to us? And, I believe in Julie and Jeff and Jason so much. I mean, Julie, what did I say? If I didn't believe in you guys, I wouldn't do this, right? But I believe in that group, that they are magic. And we're so fortunate that they decided to do this because Stacy, my realtor, we work well. We coach together, right, Darcy? Isn't it phenomenal to have something like this? I know we're an hour away, or for you guys an hour and a half, but it's worth driving, isn't it? Absolutely. So that's why we're here. That's why I do that, and I appreciate it, Julie, but I love doing this. It's something I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about coaching. I'm passionate about training. I love it. I've been doing it. So the other day, how many have heard of The Outliers? Have you ever read that? Yeah. You know the 10,000 hour thing? I often say you need to get a coach that's done at least 10,000 hours. Because if a person hasn't done 10,000 hours, my question is, what do they actually know? Would you agree? Here's the deal. We added it up. I'm almost at 18,000 hours. That's a lot of coaching, right? Now, guess what? Because of that, I've picked up a few things. Because, when you're coaching and you're training, you happen to learn a lot of things yourself, right? So I feel very blessed that I was able to do that. Some of my background, most of you know, so I'm not going to bore you because I really want to get onto this subject tonight, rent-to-own done right. Most of you know that I ran a very large seminar company in Canada, well, the largest. The ones that sell seats? The circus comes through town and you go to the free preview and you sign up and that sort of thing, right? That's the seminar company. That's what we need to stay away from. Now, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I don't do seminar companies anymore. I ran them. I know how to get people in the seats. I know how to do the whole thing. With Farmer Logic that we're going to talk about tonight, we're here. And if you want a piece of Farmer Logic, you got to come and see us. Is that fair enough? Because I don't believe in selling you into anything. I believe that you guys are sick and tired of being sold with this. Is that right? How many are sick and tired of being sold? You're like, I've been sold enough. I agreed? I'd rather give it away. Okay? All right. So, how many have heard of rent to own? Okay, let's ask the other question because that's too many. I'm glad you're putting up your hand, because if you didn't put up your hand, it's not going to be any fun for me tonight. I like participation. Is that okay? And by the way, this is a very dangerous front row here. For those of you, I get very excited, so I just spit all over you guys. And so, you know, look, I'm not the most sophisticated person in the room, right? But I'll get the message across one way or the other. Okay, who hasn't heard of rent to own? Nobody. All right, we're in a good room, Neil. Oh, by the way, here's my business partner for the last 15 years, and I'm not talking about Neil. This is my other wife. I'm not talking about Bart. This is my other wife, Neil. So everybody say, hi, Neil. Hi, Neil. Neil and I work really well together because, you know, I'm the farmer, he's the logic. He looks to take care of all the, you know, the really sophisticated stuff that you don't let me touch, right? Pretty much, yeah. All right. Okay, Neil, let's go. All right, who am I? Well, that's when I had hair. And then I got involved in barbecue. The way you can remember my name is there's always a Lightle at the end of the tunnel. Okay? How you doing, Jared? Good. Actually, you looking sharp, buddy. You dressed up good for a guy from Enderby. You know that? Man. All right. And then that's what I look like without my shirt on, just in case you're wondering. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an accountant. I just play one of them on TV. But what I am is I'm a husband to my wife, Barb. I'm a dad to Jeffrey and Jake and Rosalind. I'm a servant to God because I believe that's what I do is I just serve. I wake up every day. My purpose in life is figuring out how I could serve you and everybody else. Whoever comes into my life, how can I serve you? How can I serve you? My motto is this: be the servant you were born to be. Anybody is wondering what their purpose in life is, we won't go too philosophical tonight, Julie, but if anybody's sitting here wondering what their purpose in life is, that's it. You are here to serve using the gifts you were given. There, I solved all your problems tonight. How about that? I just got started and I already solved your problems. Okay. All right, keep going. I'm an active businessman. Yes, here's the deal. I'm not just coaching. I'm doing daily. I do real estate on a daily basis. I also run a lot of businesses on a daily basis. We have a variety of businesses that I won't bore you with. But it was very varied businesses. But we were just having this talk earlier tonight, right, Chris? Business is business is business. Once you figure out how to run one business, can you run other businesses? Because they're essentially the same structure. All right? Now, I can't actually get past this line because they're trying to film me here tonight. So I got to stay like a jail here. I'm in jail. I can't walk around here and get close and spit all over you guys in the back tonight. I got to stay over here, okay? All right. Canada's premier coach, trainer, and speaker. All over Canada and the United States. I've been coaching for, 20 years all over the place. And what number were you, Julie? Do you remember? 874, right? 874 session, not person, session. That's a lot of sessions. Some of them are 1 day, 2 day, 3 days. Some are 4-day sessions. Okay? Next, Neil. And what we're doing is we're here to help people and organizations develop vision, first of all, clarity about that vision, focus on the high leverage activities that move the results needle, and then help you execute with proven strategies and action steps. Now, what we like to do, remember Chris and Kim, we like to compress time so that when you coach with us, we don't want, what may have taken you a year to do, because of the massive arsenal that we have at our disposal, and we can just drop things onto your lap that you don't have to develop, we can take things that might have taken you a year and we can compress it into a week. What do you guys think about that? It's pretty cool, right? All right, let's go. That's the Lightle Top 10. Now, how many are just getting started in real estate? Just getting started. Okay, you're at the right place at the right time. Here's why. Because I'm going to lay it on you right now, the top 10 reasons why you shouldn't do real estate. Is that okay? Because I don't want you getting into something that you shouldn't be getting into. Have you been in real estate a long time?
No.
Then you're right. This is good. You pay attention. You guys better take notes. You all get your note taker? Your Farmer Logic note taker? You better write these down, man. This is good for you. This is because I don't want you going down the path of real estate, getting down there and going, holy crap, what did I get myself into? Fair enough? And these are sort of in descending order. The top 10 reasons not to get started in real estate, right? Number 10. There are already, look around the room. This is all your competition. What would you want to get into something that somebody else is there? Everybody's doing it. I mean, do you realize that everybody is investing in real estate? Everybody? Some people make money at it. Some people are my tenants. They're investing in my real estate. That's not a bad thing. It's just the way it is. But everybody invests in real estate in some way. Just some people make money at it. But look around the room. Do you really want all these people to know exactly what you know? Jared, they're going to be your competition. But here's the deal. All ships rise with the same tide, right? Okay, number 9. These money-making techniques only work for Chris and Kim. They don't work for anybody else. We gave you the secret, and don't tell anybody tonight, okay? That was just, you guys did your coaching already. That's just your secret. Don't tell them. Don't tell them, okay? We can't tell you all the secrets because they only work for us. If I told you all the secrets, I'd be out of business. Fair enough? Number 8. In these uncertain times with so many negative things affecting the economy, any investments I will make will go down in price. So? So? Is the price going down? Does that worry anybody? The price in real estate, if it drops in half, would that affect anybody?
Makes it more affordable.
Well, here's the deal. If you invest the wrong way, that could be a big, big problem. But if you invest the way we teach you to invest, that's no big deal at all. Because what you're going to find out is price is actually irrelevant. Who cares? Somebody says, Julie, don't you get those people who go, oh my goodness, the price is falling. And then they're all worried. And when you know how to invest, you go, that's nice. Wake me up when it's over, right? Or if the prices are going up, like, who cares? Price goes up, who cares? See, price is an irrelevant thing. Like, price going up now doesn't really matter when you know what you're doing. Right? But you got to know what you're doing. Anybody can make money when prices are all going up, but can you make money when prices are going down? That's when you make the most money. So, the strategy I'm going to show you tonight, rent to own, our average client, homeowner, that's going to give us the property for free, has owned it between 7 and 11 years. They've owned the property for 7 to 11 years, and it's taken them that long to figure out they're losing money. Is that a shocking statistic to you guys? No? Yeah? Are you guys with me tonight? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Is this making sense? Does this make sense? This is yes. This is yes. Can you guys hear me back there? Yes. Okay, say yes. This makes sense, Ross. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Okay, good. Okay, number 7. I don't know anyone in the business, and I don't have a power team. Well, do you know me? Do you have my card in front of you? Well, how would you like to have access to my power team? How fast can you get that? Jared, if you want my power team, what would you do? Call me. Would I give it to you? Absolutely. I do already. Yeah. I do. I give it away. Hey, phone this guy. He knows what he's doing. Phone that guy. Oh, don't phone that guy. That person wasn't that person. No, don't phone them. That's not going to work out too good for you. This guy knows what he's doing. Okay? Okay, number 6. I can't find the time. I'm already too busy. Man, you don't want to put something else in your cup of life, do you? I mean, it's already to the top. You put real estate in there, it's going to get all out of whack, isn't it? So you're already too big. But then the question is, how's that plan working for you so far? Right? I mean, you're all here because you want to do something different in your life, I'm assuming. So don't let that be a bad excuse. By the way, these are all excuses, right? So far, you guys catching on to that? They're kind of excuses. All right, number 5. Real estate investing is too risky. Here's what I believe. Not investing in real estate is risky. Because when you know what I know, there's a reason that every wealthy person that I know, and probably that you know, owns real estate. Would you like to know what that reason is? That's what we teach you. And it's not appreciation. You don't make money with appreciation. Nope. That's a shocker for a lot of people. Appreciation is actually a zero-sum game. Okay? Number 4. Neil, would I be right when I said appreciation is a zero-sum game? It doesn't exist. You need money to make money, and I don't have any. Whoa! Welcome to the club. What if you had $1 million in your bank account right now? Let's say you do. Probably some of you guys only $1 million. But let's say you had $1 million. How many properties can you buy with that? Some people say, I could buy 1. Some people say, I could buy 5. And then, what happens when you don't have the $1 million? Now what? Are you out of business? Are you out of business? No. Why? Why? Because there's no such thing as a shortage of money. I mean, they're printing it by the billions and every day. So there's no such thing as a shortage of money. So here's the rule, just so you know. If the ROI is good enough, the money shows up. Money chases people that know how to use it. If you know how to use the money and you know how to make other people money with their money, they're lined up out the door. They'll find you. Okay, so never let that stop you. Number 3, I don't have a good credit history. I checked mine once, about 20 years ago. I haven't checked it since. I don't care. It's probably in the toilet. I don't know. I don't know. Is it something I should be concerned about? I don't know. Never looked at it. A lot of people look at their credit history, want to check it and make sure it's okay. I had a guy phone me today from Gatineau, Quebec, one of my clients. He said, I coach out in Gatineau too. Yeah, I go to Quebec once in a while. And he says, well, I just pulled my credit. I said, what did you do that for? That's kind of a scary thing. Don't do that. All right? It's kind of a scary thing when you pull your credit sometimes. But if you don't need any good credit to make some money, do you? See, here's the deal. If you're bankrupt, you're broke, or you're in foreclosure right now, don't worry about it. We've been there, done that, right, Julie? No, that's no big deal. Who cares? The only thing that really matters is your attitude. It's not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get back up. If you got a good attitude and you know what I know, and especially with this rent to own, it don't matter anymore. Just go and do it again. Do you realize you can make your second million a lot faster than you made your first million? Oh, yeah. That's a lot faster to make the second one. You go, well, that was easy. Just actually, you can make your second million just a couple of phone calls sometimes, once you know how to do it. Okay? So if you're in a bad situation right now, don't worry, be happy. It's okay. Number 2, I don't know enough. Well, get used to it. You never will. You'll never know enough. There's always something to learn. There's always somebody smarter than you. Who cares? You know, I feel like an apprentice every day. Jeff said to me today, man, I wish I knew as much as you did about cabinet making, right, Jeff? I said, hey, you're just getting started. I got 40 years in this thing. Right? You can't know it all today, and you never will know it. The day you know it all, you're pushing daisies, not pulling them. Okay? You see, if you're still here and you're still kicking, that means you still got a lot of things to do. You still got a lot of things to give away. Now, the number one reason that you shouldn't do real estate, and this is the number one reason, trust me, this is it. The number one reason. Julie, what time did you get me up here? About 20 after? I think it was, Jason? I just want to know so I don't run over. Okay? It was quarter after. Good. All right. The number one reason, it's too cold for my dog. That is their number one reason that you shouldn't do real estate. It's too cold for my dog. Now, there's a story, right? Okay, here's the story. So, I was going to go over and teach this guy how to make $1 million. And his name was Gino. This is back in Alberta. And anyway, I always phone to confirm the appointment. After a few no-shows, you'll do the same thing. How many are in the appointment business? You always confirm the appointment, right? You know how you do it? You phone up and you say, hey, Jared, I'm running about 5 minutes late, but I didn't want you to think I wasn't going to be there. You don't want to say, hey, Jared, you going to be there, man? I really need you to be there, man. Because then they're going to like, oh, this guy's desperate. Hey, Jared, it's Ross. Listen, I'm running 5 minutes late. What am I actually just saying? Hey. Are you going to be there? Well, I phoned up. Gino, hey, Gino, it's Ross. Listen, I'm running about 5 minutes late. Didn't want you to think I was going to be there because we were meeting at this other person's house. I'm going to show him how to make $1 million a year. He says to me, oh, Ross, I was just going to call you. I can't make it. And, of course, your answer is, you can't make it? No, I can't make it. And you say, why? Why can't you make it, Gino? He says, it's too cold for my dog. I went, what? He said, it's too cold for my dog. I go, what? He says, well, I can't leave my dog outside because it's too cold, and I can't leave him inside because he'll tear the place apart. So I said, shoot the dog. With $1 million, you can buy more. So, and then I went, oh, inside voice. I mean, it just came out. It's the farmer in me. Shoot the damn dog. It's going to keep you away from making $1 million. I know I just offended all the dog lovers in the room. Take it easy. I wouldn't actually shoot the dog, but that's like it's the first thing that came to my mind. If you got a problem, get rid of the problem. What the heck is a dog? I mean, it's like, you know, you have kids and all of a sudden the kids are your reason not to do something, man. That's the real reason you should do it. All right? I like Anthony Robbins says, if you can't, you must. If you can't, you must. If you can't, you must. If there's a reason you can't do something, that's the reason you should do it. So I'm like, whoa, that's a new one. Never heard that excuse before. I got off the phone. I said, Barb, Gino can't make it. She said, why? I said, it's too cold for her dog. He said, what? I said, it's too. She said, what does that mean? I go, I don't know. So now, anytime I say, hey, honey, how about now? She goes, it's too cold for my dog. I know exactly what she means. Because here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you don't want to do something, any excuse will work. Let me say that one more time. If you don't want to do something, any excuse will work. If you don't want to do something, any excuse will work. That's so true. Isn't it? It's so true. Don't make excuses, make reasons. Or be broke. Right? Oh, is this too brutal? Is this too brutal for you guys? Is it okay? See, as a teacher, I could coddle you. As a coach, can I have permission to be brutal? See, a teacher teaches my kids how to count. I've never been a good teacher, even of my kids, because the teacher teaches them how to count. I teach them, I coach them on what counts. Right, Jeff? I've been brutal sometimes, haven't I? It's so true. All right, let's keep. What can I do in real estate? I don't know. Maybe you could build a residual income with this. And the only way to build a residual income is buy, rent, and hold. Or you could do this, generate earned income. Now there's 3 ways of doing that. You can buy, fix, and sell a place. That's the what all those shows on TV are about. You could just flip these deals out, find them and flip them, find them and flip them. I coached the most successful find and flipper guy I ever knew. He went from $12 an hour truck driver to $5.5 million, documented, in 18 months. How about that? Not bad, eh? Not bad. Or you could do what we're going to talk about tonight, which is rent to own. We call them options. Okay? They're all good. But if you want to retire and never work again, you got to build the top one. But sometimes we start down here and we do these ones over here because, hey, cash flow is king. If we just want to replace the income, let's just get some properties going. And guys, out of those 3 earned income zones, generating that earned income, here's the one that always works in any market, anywhere. Doesn't matter where you are. It works no matter what. Rent to own. I don't care if the market's up, down, flat, doesn't matter. It just absolutely will work. How do I know that? Been there, done that. Bought the T-shirt, been doing these things since 1983, got lots of things, tons of them, and we're still doing them every day. Julie maybe didn't know this. Jeff did his first rent own when he was, what, 17? So with mom, right? Okay, let's keep going. So what is an option? How many know what an option is? Okay, well now that's why you're here tonight, I guess. That's the big version. You guys read that? That's Neil wrote that. Extends and open the offer, so that's what it is. The option is open. The option to buy the place is open for an extended period of time. And maybe at the end of the time, you'll buy it. I like the next part. In short, it's a maybe I'll buy it and maybe I won't. So here's how I like to put it. Here's an option. This is why an option is the most powerful thing in real estate. Here's how it works. Well, maybe I'll buy it. And maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll make up my mind later. How'd you like to do a real estate transaction and you go, well, Rhonda, maybe I'll buy it by this date, and then again, maybe I won't. I'll make up my mind later. Does that sound like a good deal? Sounds like an awesome deal for you. And by the way, here's the deal. You guys have to understand this. This isn't an experiment. Julie didn't say, hey, Ross, can you bring that experiment into this class to see if it works or not? All right, here's the deal. People are throwing houses at us. They're like, we had to stop advertising. We're getting way too many houses. No money down. They were just handing us the houses. Hey, take this one, take this one, take this one. We had to stop advertising. We were getting, Reagan, were you like on the phone, like 8 a day? She was booking for me. It's like ridiculous. So don't worry about that. Rhonda, the people are throwing, and you will too. Once you understand how good this is for you, you'll throw the house at me too. So it'll be a good deal for you. All right, next. Options can be used in any business, anywhere, and you've probably heard of them, and we're going to talk about them. But options are not new. They've been around forever. But in my opinion, the option contract is, without a doubt, the most powerful contract in real estate because it gives you the choice. And only you the choice. You get to say whether I'm going to buy it or not. How powerful is that? That's like having an open condition on your contract forever. Some of you are going, oh, what's this farmer up to? Next. Here's the essential element. It's got to be in writing, it's got to be signed, and there's got to be some consideration like any other contract, and there must state a time period. If there's no time period that it has to be exercised by, it's just like any other contract, it would be void. Right, Stacy? You can't write a contract that says, oh, I'll buy it maybe. An option has to be have a time period too. So this is standard stuff for all contracts, including options. Next. And we like essential. We like to have conditions in them. As I don't like unconditional options. I like conditional. Conditional to financing, conditional to inspection, just like any other deal. Okay? Next. Here's different types of options. By the way, is it essential tonight that you know everything up here? We're not teaching the class tonight, so it's not essential you know everything about it, is it? We just want to give you the big overview, the big picture. Is that okay, Peter? Peter, you probably in your CIBC business, you've seen these before. You come across these, right? And by the way, they're coming more and more and more prevalent every day. I remember when I started, I was the only person doing them. Okay, let's go. Categories. There's straight options. We don't like straight options. We like crooked ones. The ones with conditions in them. Because we're criminals. No, I'm joking. All right. And then there's all these types of options. There's the option to buy. There's the option to renew a lease. You ever had that in malls? When you go to rent a place, you can say, well, I'll take a 5-year with an option to renew for another 5 years. In your CRUs and your malls and your that sort of thing, right? Okay, next. The sale leaseback. Sometimes you got a lot of equity tied up. So he said, hey, Rhonda, can I sell you my land? I'll keep the business because the land's not doing me any good anyway. And then I'll lease back the land because you just paid me $300,000 so I can put it in my business and so I can keep up with everybody else. And then I want to have the option to buy back that land at some point in the future. Sound like a good idea? That happens all the time. That's really common. Next. Rolling options. Anybody into land development? Barb and I did a meeting in the Lower Mainland last week. We had a big land developer. And he said, Ross, that's a really good idea, that option. Do you have a rolling option contract that you could share with me? I went, yeah, we could do that. And we did. And he sent an email back. Neil, you haven't even heard this. I haven't even told Neil this. I just got an email back today. He said, that's the best rolling option contract I've ever seen in my life. And this is a land developer. Most land development is done with that. Why? Because they don't put any money into the deal. They can actually develop land and not have put any money into the deal until they got the money coming in. Isn't that kind of cool? Next, lease option. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. It's a lease with an option to buy. I'm going to lease it from you, Rhonda, and I'm going to buy it later. Maybe. Maybe I won't, but maybe I will. The good news for you is if I don't buy it, I don't make as much money. So the chance of me not buying is slim to none because in all these years of doing this, I have never not bought the property, even though I have the option to. Okay, moving right along. Oh, and then there's a fixer-upper. Oh, yeah. I like that one. Yeah, we'll buy it, or we'll lease it, we'll option it from you. And then we'll get our tenant over here. Mike, you're a pretty good handyman?
Sure.
And you don't have any down payment. Nope. That's a problem, Mike. But you're a carpenter, you're a plumber, you're an electrician, you're some kind of trades. Hey, we could use sweat equity as long as we can prove it to the banker, Peter, later. As long as we can prove it, that it's actually there, we can actually use it as part of your down payment. But we've got to be able to prove it. We've got to get other quotes and everything else, but we've done it many times and it will work. All right, keep going. So now, this is the fun part. When I started options, they used to be simple. It was like this. Rhonda, you're my owner, right? Rhonda, let's put her there. We're going to do this together. It was a handshake. I didn't even write a contract. It was just a handshake. Okay, we'll do that. Then it got a little more sophisticated because one day I went to my lawyer and he says, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm just going to rent this for a little while and then, I'll buy it later. And do you have anything in writing? I went, no. He says, you probably should. What if you die? I went, What the heck? I never thought I was going to die. I mean, I was a young punk. I thought I knew everything. Now I'm an old punk. I figured out I don't know anything. Right? The older I get, the more I know I don't know. So true, isn't it? The older you get, the more you know. Is this something I said?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, then Neil, it was a 1-pager. That was good. And then it went to a 3-pager. Oh, now we had a 3-page contract. Whoa, we're pretty sophisticated. We got 3 pages. Oh, this is a really sophisticated contract now. Yeah. And then then the lawyer says, hey, quit putting those things in your own name. That's bad news, man. Holy crap, have you ever heard of a lawsuit? I went, a what? A lawsuit. Somebody going to sue me? I'm a nice guy. I don't care how nice you are, you're going to get sued. Do you know the number 1 threat to a landlord is a lawsuit? You know who the most sued person on the planet is? Statistically? A landlord. A landlord. And he's a landlord. The most sued person in the planet statistically is a landlord. So it's not a matter of if you're going to get sued. It's only a matter of when you're going to get sued. So don't ever think you're not going to get sued. I mean, it's going to happen to you. But guess what? When you set it up the way we teach you to set it up, you get sued, you go, oh, that's nice, thank you. Good luck with that program. Right? And then, here's what it ended up being. That's what it looks like now. And when we teach you the rent-to-own course, we'll teach you how to do this. But Julie says, don't show them that. You're going to freak them out, man. I'm not going to freak you out. Not when you understand this, okay? But this is how you have to do it now if you want to do it right. Okay? But here's the basic. Now we'll take all that spider web there. That's just this big ball of, holy crap, I don't even want to do this. That looks too complicated. Nonsense. And it's not. And we're going to do it like this. So, let me explain this to you. Can you all see that back? Hey, listen, my dad came from Texas. Y'all? My dad, American, obviously, he came to this country, southern Alberta, by covered wagon, mule train. My dad, not my granddad, my dad was born in 1893. And he came to Canada in 1908. So when I say y'all, I have a right to say y'all. Y'all see that? My dad settled in southern Alberta and bought 640 acres for $10, including the oil and mineral rights. I asked him, why just 640 acres? Okay. Don't you all wish? Have you ever not wished? Oh man, I wish I'd done that. Oh man, I wish I'd got started when Ross got started. Quit wishing. You can't do anything about the past.
I wasn't alive.
There's always some heckler in the back, Neil. They got to make the speaker look really bad and old. No? Okay, I'm old. But I'm a stud, right, Barb? Okay, this is you. This is you. We suggest, remember, you don't want to get sued, so you have a management corporation and you have an option corporation. That's you in the middle. And then, here's how it works. You find a tenant. I got Mike. Mike, you're my tenant. All right. You got a good job. I don't care about your credit history. I don't care about anything. As long as you got a little money up front. And Mike, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a lease. Right? That's what your lease looks like, Mike. You like that lease? You ever seen a lease like that? It's only 106 pages. Does that bother you? Does that bother you, Mike? Is that okay with you? Every tenant we have, rent, own, or apartment, or anything else, that's their lease. You think I got your attention? Oh yeah. I got your attention. We teach you how to do this stuff. Nobody does this. Anybody ever see a lease like that? Anybody want to look at it? Would you? It's $1. No, I'm joking. Just as long as I get it back. It's my only sample, okay? No, thank you. I've heard of that before. Okay, and then we have an option contract. Mike, if the lease was that big, ta-da, here's the option. Not as big. But you like that option? Well, yeah. This gives you every right that you ever need to buy that property at some time in the future at a pre-agreed price. You like that, Mike? That's pretty cool, right, Mike? Sure. Hey, does this look pretty professional? You'll show up at signing with these two books. You think looks pretty good, right? How you guys doing? How's the room? Is it too hot, too cold in here? You guys falling asleep with me? You picking up what I'm putting down? All good? All right. Now, this is called, so I took that big spider web, and that big spider web is there to protect you, but this is essentially all it is. It's just this. Okay, that's it. There's a lease and an option. Now, sometimes, that's the house I own already. Maybe I bought it with an investor. I never bought it with my own money because I'm broke, right? So somebody else's money, but we bought this together, and then we leased out tenant. And Chris, we just did the coaching here last week, right? Actually, it was this week, wasn't it? When was it? Yeah. Last week, yeah. Every day's a Saturday, man. And maybe you were looking at a deal. Do you mind sharing that deal? An extra $100,000 just because they had this strategy in their toolbox now. That's not bad, eh? Everybody going, hey, look, you guys are asleep. How many think that's a good deal? An extra $100,000. I mean, that paid for the free coaching, didn't it? And then you came back. You liked it so much, you came back for a second day. All right. Now, then sometimes we have Rhonda. Now, Rhonda, here's what happens. Sometimes Rhonda comes into my life and she says, "Hey, Ross, you got to take this house off my. I don't want this house anymore." And I'm going to show you the reasons why in a minute. I don't want this house. Here, you take it. So then we do a lease with Rhonda, and then we do an option with Rhonda. So now if I get a lease from Rhonda, can I give a lease to Mike? If I get an option from Rhonda, can I give my option to Mike? You know what that's called? It's called a sandwich lease. You're the sandwich in the middle. How much money did I need? Nothing. Woo-hoo. Nothing. How much money am I going to make? A lot. What's my ROI? Infinite. You too can be a stud. All right, next slide. So here's the process. I'm going to burn through this because do you guys really care? You just want to know how much money you're going to make, isn't that right? Do you care? Do you care about this stuff? No, you don't. Who cares? It's like you do this, do this. I'm going to show you step by step, but, Julie said, you got to show them the steps at least. I said, hey, as long as they believe, the facts don't count. It's true. If the dream is big enough, the facts don't count, Jack. Would you agree? Either you believe, how many believe me? How many believe me? Put up the hand. The whole room believe. Hey, if you believe what I'm talking about here, do you really care? I mean, we put the system on autopilot for you. You know the ISPP cards are in there? That's an autopilot. That's a franchise system where you could actually be in Maui and still do an option. How about that? It just works, guys. So the steps up here, well, just lay them out there, Neil. You can set up the clock, not quite that. You're going to set up a tenant buyer database. Keep going, Neil. You're going to find the properties. You're going to meet the tenant buyer at the property. You're going to pick the most qualified one. You're going to meet the tenant buyer the day before the move-in day, just like you would with any tenant. Next. You're going to sign the new home manual. 106. What do you think of that manual? Looks pretty good so far? Pretty awesome, eh? So you're going to sign that. How long does it take? 3 hours. That's what it takes. Who cares? I got their attention. 80% of my deals close, Peter. 80% of my options close. The number one reason my options don't close? Divorce. I can't say ahead of time, hey, are you guys going to stay together? I should, maybe. But I couldn't ask that question. Then they're going to sign the option manual. We're going to do 4 inspections a year. We do 4 inspections. We do a spring tune-up inspection in the first week of March coming up. We do our first safety inspection the first week of June. They have to sign off there's no unsafe conditions. We do a full inspection the first week of September. And we do our second safety inspection just when they're putting up Christmas lights the first week of December. And they sign off saying there's no safety. Hey, good luck suing me. You just signed off twice every year that there's no safety hazards here. And we go through everything. All right, next. We complete the purchase and sale paperwork just like we would do with Stacy there. All right, next. We go celebrate because we just made $40,000 to $50,000 with, or $100 in Peter's case, with no money. How do you, hey, what do you think about making 40 to 50,000? How many of these do you want to do a year? I mean, think about it. You just made 40 to 50,000 and you didn't need any money. So then you're all saying, right? How many are saying, what's the catch? What's the catch? There is a catch. You know what the catch is? You have to do it. That's a catch. Well, that's what happens. Don't say that. You have to do it. Here's the deal. How much time? That's the next question I get. How much time, Ross? How much time am I going to have to put in to make one deal? How many want to know what the average is? 20 to 40 hours. If you make $40,000 and it took you 40 hours, that's $1,000 an hour. Is that a good part-time job? Not bad, eh? And you don't need any money to do it. You don't, did I say that? You don't need any money to do this. Zero, zippo, none, nada. Man, I get excited. Maybe you couldn't tell. I get so excited I have to take my coat off. That coat cost me a lot of money. They wanted $3,500 for this coat when I went to Orlando because my luggage didn't show up and I was on stage in front of 1,600 people. And they said, oh, you need a jacket. So I went around and the only place that was open was Armani. They said $3,500. I said, farmer. A farmer. Okay, so then the question is, Ross, you didn't pay $3,500, did you? No. How much did I pay? No, I got the $3,500 jacket for $650. Not bad, eh? That's why we have a negotiation course. All right, next question I get. How much money? Zip, none. Does this look good? Hey, if you take all those excuses that you have and you boil them down to 2, I can always boil them down to time and money. Okay, next, Neil. We got 12 minutes. People, how will we help the owner? Rhonda, You can't sell your home. Is that the case in Kelowna right now? No. So does that mean you're out of business? No, of course, because maybe you're relocating, Rhonda, and you have a way big payout penalty on that mortgage. Like this guy we helped had $30,000 payout penalty on his mortgage. You think he wants to do that? No, he doesn't. He says, hey, I'd rather you buy it at the end of the term so I don't have a payout penalty. Because they wouldn't even let him port the mortgage. Okay? People who live a long way from the property, they already have property. They invested in, I don't know, Winnipeg. And they moved to Kelowna to get out of the cold weather, but they're still got those properties back there. And they go, man, that's a long ways away. I wish somebody would rent to own it. I was like, hey, pick me. So next month, Bar's booking me to fly into Winnipeg because this guy wants to start with 30 homes over there, and he's got 330 that he wants to do with us. Would that be a good connection? Yes. Does that just happen because I'm just so good looking? It happens because I'm in the business. Could that happen to you? Yes. Absolutely. All right, next. People are losing money renting. Oh, yeah, that's the number one reason right there. That's it. That's the number one. People are losing money renting their houses out. Here's a statistic. If you've got more than a 50% loan-to-value mortgage on your property, you're probably losing money. Some of you are going, whoa, that could be me. Well, you usually find that out 7 to 11 years after you owned it, and then you find out you've lost the money. Okay, so you come to us, and we fix your negative cash flow problem instantly. Because that happened in Kelowna. Oh, yeah? It's happening right now. Next. The mortgage is more than the property's worth. Realtors won't touch it because they go, hey, how am I getting paid? Right, Stace? Like, the mortgage is more than the property's worth. They're like, oh, find somebody else. Next. People are facing foreclosure. Does that happen in Kelowna? Oh, yeah. There's people that are facing foreclosure in the good times, too. And we solve their problem immediately. Matter of fact, I go and visit the bank manager on their behalf. And the bank manager loves me because I fixed the bank's problem, too, because the banks like foreclosures. Next, people with massive lender interest differential penalties and early pay penalties. Next. People who are sick and tired of managing their property. That's my second most biggest reason right there. The first one is losing money. The second one is I don't want to even look after this thing anymore. I hate it. By the way, I don't like real estate either. I do it because there's some results. Okay? Next. People are going through a divorce. Oh, yeah. Nobody pays the mortgage. Well, I ain't paying it. No, I'm not paying it either. Nobody pays it and it ends up in a foreclosure. Right? Next. And they're going into bankruptcy. Does that happen? Yes. So, hey, Rhonda, you think that could happen to a lot of owners? Yep. Absolutely. And the owners are throwing houses at us on a daily basis. Daily. We're getting houses for free. You get to pick and choose which ones you want. How many of you knew that if you just hang around long enough, people just give you your house? Right, Reagan? They're like, hey, take it. I don't want it. Okay, so that's how we help the owner. How do we help Mike? Mike, how am I going to help you, buddy? Well, you don't have enough down payment. I can fix that for you, Mike. Or, Mike, your credit's bruised. Who cares? I'll fix your credit. We got credit people working on our team that can fix your credit. Mike, what if you're going through a divorce? You don't want to buy another house because she'll take that one too. She got the gold mine, he got the shaft. She got the gold mine, he got the shaft. That's what happens, right? Next, bankruptcy. Mike, you're going bankrupt. Who cares? You get a fresh start. As long as it's only once. I can still work with you. Okay? Next, you're going into foreclosure? Oh, fresh start. The banker's not going to like you. I'll fix that for you. Okay? I'll fix that. Mike, next, you're a first-time homeowner. But you can't save up the down payment, man. Now you got to qualify at 4.85%. What is it, Peter? 4.85? They got 4.65? 4.9. You got to qualify at a 4.79%. Doesn't matter what you get it for. You got to qualify at a 4.79%. And that just threw a whole lot of people out. They're trying to slow down the market. Along comes Ross riding his white horse. Hey, I can help you. No problem. Jump on the horse with me here. I'll take you to the land of freedom. All right, next. How can I help myself? Well, what you need is you need time and a commitment to invest in yourself. Is investing in OREG investing in yourself? Yes. What's the number one investment you ever make? Yourself. The number two investment you ever make is your business. You need to keep investing in yourself and your business till no more investment will make any difference. And when would that be able to stop that? The answer is never. You should always, always, always be investing in yourself or your business. Number three is invest and get out of bad and ugly debt. And number four is invest in property. But we won't go into that in another seminar. Okay, next. What don't you need? You don't need any of these. You don't need no money, honey. And you don't need credit. And you sure don't need any negative. People will go around and say, did you go to that OREG thing again? What are those guys teaching you over there? That's a cult, isn't it? It's a cult. Did you join a cult? You go over there and you have some guru that stands up there and rah, rah, rah. Get rid of that negative neighbor, and especially that brother-in-law. You got a brother-in-law there? No, who's got a brother-in-law that knows everything? Get rid of them! Okay, next. What can you expect? You can expect a truly no money down deal. You can get massive returns. Julie, I'm almost done here. Massive returns, and you get financial freedom. How many want financial freedom? Whoa, now we're getting some hands up. I finally got down here. I had to drill down. It took me almost an hour to get through to. When I said financial freedom, all of a sudden everybody, hey, that's what I want. Now you're talking my kind of language. Next. You can sense the well-being because when you make enough money, you can help a lot of people. I want to donate $1 million here. Is that okay with you, Julie? Yes. Help a lot of people, right? Okay. Here's a typical Lona deal. Now, I don't care if you agree with these numbers or not, but they're pretty close. Would you say? Just lay them out there, Neil. Fair market value, $450,000. Appreciation, 3% for the next 3 years. Is that okay with you guys? Could be more, could be less. Fair enough. The future buyer, what Mike's going to buy the house for in the future is $490,000. Is that okay? It's $450 today. 3 years from now, it's going to be $490. Mike, you need 10 grand up front for this house. Hey, you don't have that? Go talk to your parents. You'll find it. Okay? Your rent's going to be $2,100, and your monthly option is going to be $500. Your taxes, the taxes is $3,000. The insurance is $2,000. Now, how many want to see how they can make $10,000 a month doing 2 of these a year? Huh. Okay, some of you say, I can't do 2 deals a year. I don't know what level of lazy you want to get to, but I'll break down the math. That's 1 deal every 6 months. Some of you say, well, could I do 2 in 1 month and take the rest of the year off? I don't care how you do it. It all works. Whatever you want to do. Okay? So, here, let's lay it out for them. And by the way, I already checked the math. You guys don't have to question my math. My math works, okay? This works. Here's how to make $10,000 doing a month, not a year, a month doing 2 of these a year. Fair enough? Now, I want to tell you something. The next 3 years is going to go by whether you do this or not, just so you're aware. Okay? All right. So, year 1. In March, you get really wound up. You say, man, that farmer really inspired me tonight. I'm going to do one of these next month. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but he told me I didn't have to know as long as I contacted him. That's a leap of faith. You got to take that. Would you agree? Yep. Would you agree that everything you've ever done started with this first step on faith? Everything you've ever done in your life If you don't even know how to do this, I'll show you. All you got to do is hang around me. We do this daily. So you do one in March. But boy, that just about wore you right out. Oh, you might have spent 20 to 40 hours going, man, I can't keep that pace off. So you took April, May, and June off. You did nothing. But you still have some money coming in, $500 a month coming in on that one deal. So you got $1,500. You got $10,400 because you had option money right off the front. Okay, and then, July and August, you never wanted to work in July and August anyway. Nobody buys houses in July and August, so take July and August off. But September rolls around, kids are going back to school, you go, oh, I think I'm going to hey, I think I better keep this awesome pace going up that I set for myself, do 2 deals a year. I'm going to do another deal in September. Yeah. Could you get excited about doing that? Oh, yeah? So you do another deal in September, and you make another $10,000 minus the $100 you had to put up. So it's $9,900, $11,900, and now you got to take, hey, nobody does anything in October because you got Halloween. November, you're getting prepared for Christmas, so forget that month. And December's a write-off. It's like, forget, I'm not doing anything, but I still got some money rolling in. So in this year alone, 2017, you have an extra $27,000 coming in, or an extra $2,233 a month. And then you go, crap, I can actually pay for my Christmas presents this year. That's amazing. I'll actually be able to pay off my credit card this year. So you take January and February off, and you do another one in March in 2018. And you keep this awesome pace up. I mean, I don't know how the sweat must be pouring out of you here doing 2 deals a year. I mean, Jared does a deal a week, but we're not all like you, buddy. But I mean, you just keep at it, and you keep hammering this thing, 1 deal every 6 months. I mean, this is awesome. And you do another deal, and another year goes by. And this year, you've got an extra $38,800 coming in, or $3,000 a month. Hey, somebody gets to stay home now. Ha! Woo-hoo! Somebody gets to stay home, look after the kids. I don't know. And another year goes by, you do the same awesome pace, because why would you stop now? I mean, it's kind of wearing you out, I understand, but hey, you just keep hammering it, keep hammering it, keep hammering it. So the next year goes by, and now you're making an extra $51,000 a year, or $4,200 a month. And you go, hey, life's good, 2 deals a year. I mean, some people go to work all month to make $50,000. I didn't mean a year, I meant a month, right? If you make $50,000 a month, that's only $600,000 a year. The average Canadian wage is $48,000. And now we're talking about, $50,000 a year by year 2019. Now you're 2020, and by it's coming whether you want to do it or not. Here's the deal. Neil just skipped through it. They get that. They know the pace now. Julie, I'm on the roll here. I need 5 minutes. Okay? Is it okay with you guys? You guys, anybody give me 5 minutes grace, please? Too cold for your dog? Shoot your dog. Okay, you'll be okay. No, joking. All right, now here's the deal. Watch this. This is a big number, guys. Here's a big number. This number I know you can get excited about. You're going to make, in 2020, $142,000. That's $11,817 a month, doing 2 deals a year for the next 3 years. And the 4th year, the money starts rolling in. Now, some of you are saying, I can't do 2 deals. 1 maybe. 1 I could think about. Okay, now you make an extra $70,000 doing 1 deal a year. Come on, guys. What if you doubled that? Now you're making $22,000, $24,000 a month on 4 deals. What's 1 deal every 3 months? Barb does a deal before she gets breakfast in the morning. I mean, because somebody's got to keep me in the lifestyle I've grown accustomed to, right? She eats this stuff up. She was doing 4 deals a month. Not 4 a year or 2 a year. Good grief. All right, now, that's a nice number, isn't it? How many are excited? How many see some potential here? All right, now, let's go. Would this change your life? Would the investment in yourself be worth it for you and your family? The tough realization is the next 3 years are going to go away and pass whether you do this or not. I suggest you find a way to take 80 hours out of your year and do this. Okay, next, Neil. The result of committing to yourself is kind of fun. You get to do this. You get to golf Monday to Thursday with Ross, Barb, Neil, and Jeff, and Reagan. You get to hang out with your family and friends and other freedom fighters. Huh. All right? I like this one. You get to send those postcards to people saying that where all those naysayers say, wish you were here. Nice picture of Maui there, especially to that know-it-all brother-in-law. Wish you were here. You get to go on vacations, on business trips, we call them. You get to buy back your time. You get to have that talk to your boss. Here's how the talk to your boss goes. He goes, you know, Mike, Mike's my boss, Mike, I don't think I can afford to work here anymore. I'm making more money in bed than I do working here. You wonder what you're doing. All right? All right, next. You have more money. The 40-40-20 rule is dead. The 40-40-20 rule doesn't work. You work 40 hours a week, 40 years for 40 hours a week to retire on half of what you were making before. And the average Canadian retires with $3,600 in the bank, not including the equity of their home. That sounds like jail. Next. You get to visit Ross and Barb and Jeff on the shoe swap at the Shark Shack. Come and have a wobbly pop on the Shark Shack with us. Next, you get to help others. You get to charity. Hey, you can give to charity. You don't have to look through the curtain and see who's there. Don't have that horseshoe. All right, next. You get to pursue your gifting, the thing you love to do. Next. And the big question is, what would you do if time and money were not the issue? If you only write one thing down in that note taker, write that down. What will I do when time and money is no longer the issue? What will I do? It's my favorite question. Next. Here's what Monday looks like. This is Monday. Here's Tuesday. We're still there. Here's Wednesday. I'm on the beach with my honey. Nice looking girlfriend, eh? Now that's my beach attire. You notice I still have the belt buckle, and I don't want any sand on my toes. No sand. And so that's Wednesday. Here's Thursday. We're on the beach house now. Here's Friday, when everybody else is, on the golf course. We're sitting around the pool, right, Neil? Remember that pool? That's a nice pool. Yeah, because it's right beside the beach. Here's Saturday and this is Monday again because now everybody's left and we're still there. We took Saturday and Sunday, just hung around, did nothing. Here's Monday. Here's Tuesday. I'm on the golf course. And I don't know if you noticed, but I still have my golf attire now. My jeans, my belt buckle. That's how I golf. Some sucker liked my boots that I had spikes in so bad. I had cowboy boots special made with spikes in them. He stole them. I couldn't believe it. Here's Wednesday. I go down to Dallas and meet my coach, Tony Jerry. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody, did I say that? Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a coach. It took me 20 years to figure that out. Don't make the same mistake I did. Next. Your life's a masterpiece. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What opportunity are you waiting for? What opportunity are you waiting for? This one. Okay. So, here's the deal. I've had a blast. We're doing a rent-to-own done right training. April 7th and 9th, right, Julie? Probably in this room, right, Julie? And man, I look forward to being with you and teaching you all how to get your freedom so you can spend it on the golf courses, on the boat, and on the lake and everything else, rather than going to that job just over broke. I have had such a blast here. I beg your forgiveness for that 5 extra minutes, but Julie, thank you so very much. I've just had a blast. Love sharing with you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.